Hey, we're here at CES checking out one of the reasons why Razer makes the coolest products in the world. You already know about the Razer phone, right? Beautiful Razer styled phone, Android, Qualcomm 835 processor. But what if you need a little more? You need a little more than this phone.
You mean like a full keyboard?
Like a full keyboard. Check this out. You take your Razer phone, slide it into your Project Linda, and we wait for it. There we go. Fires up. Razer logo.
Boom.
Boom.
You get all the functionality.
Razer Chroma keyboard.
And you use the touchscreen as a trackpad, huh?
Here's your trackpad. You use the touchpad of your phone, your Razer phone.
Does it feel really responsive?
Yeah. I mean, look at this. This is... See if I fire something up. We're going to fire Chrome up. Oh. We're going to log into random persons. Oh, wait.
You're checking your Facebook?
Yeah, check on the Facebook. Look at that.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
It's pretty cool because, look, you have, I'm going to do it again. We're going to undock it. If you missed it, check this out. We're going to undock. I push this button. We're back to our phone. Standard USB-C port right here.
So it kind of so it kind of ejects out when you put it in.
Out almost.
Let me get a shot of that.
Right, I'm going to put it in.
And it's almost like a felt kind of surface on the bottom, huh?
Yeah, there's like a felt in here. There's a couple notches. But they just put a little pressure on it, probably to keep it steady. Push the button.
And you can hear it physically come.
You can hear the
dock. Oh yeah, you can even see it a little bit too.
And look at, now this is really clever though. So somebody was thinking ahead of this. Fingerprint reader in the side of the Razer phone is on the side. So you can still use this to unlock your phone. You can come up, you register a thumb, you put your thumb on there, you've unlocked your phone, you're ready to go. I mean, that is clever, right? So if you have a phone where it's on back, that ain't gonna work. Clearly, this is something
close the lid, so let's see how thin it is.
Pretty thin, about 2.72 pounds. There is a battery in here. It's enough of a charge to charge the Razer phone up to 4 times.
Which, I mean, that's pretty good.
Logo, of course, it's Razer,
yeah.
so it lights up.
There you go, boom.
You get the Razer logo, bam.
And what kind of ports we got on here?
Look at this. USB-C for charging, USB-C charger, analog, because they're brave and courageous. And look, Dell and Apple, they can still fit a USB Type A port on here.
Boom.
So, boom. No vents, because there's really nothing in here. This entire thing is very similar to concepts we've seen in the past, where it's really a dock for your phone. If you're on the road and all you really need, and let's face it, sometimes all you really need is a browser. You need to take a few notes. You need access to Google Docs. This does everything for you.
How does the keyboard feel? Why don't you try typing something?
Let's try. Let's see, can I? It's not bad. It's like a, it feels very typical Razer. Razer has really good keyboards in its laptops. It seems like it. And this is...
And it's got the webcam up here too.
Yeah, it switches the webcam. If it ever gets released, would of course switch over to the one built into the Project Linda. Not a touchscreen, unfortunately, but you get this. Both screens are active right now, but it looks like it's a mirrored mode. So I don't think there's an option to use it as a separate screen yet. It may be an actual limitation of the operating system.
Yeah, it's still a proof of concept.
Right, proof of concept.
But then you got all your Android buttons up here, like back and home.
Back and home, and what else are we getting? Brightness. Weight. Probably all are.
Nice. Well, what do you think, Gordon? How do you think this can succeed where other docks have failed?
So I got to say, I mean, this is right. This concept is not new. Motorola's done it. Everyone has tried to make docks for their phones. Of course, 5 years ago, phones were underpowered. This is a Qualcomm 835. It's a pretty fast chip, and it feels perfectly fine. The screen itself, 1920 by 1080 panel. Looks like an IPS panel. It's a nice panel, glossy. But I gotta say, this is probably the best implementation of a dock style setup I've ever seen.
I think you hit the button.
I hit the button by accident, but
I mean, it's pretty nice,
That is
especially
nice.
when you think of like a Samsung Dex, where you got to have that little thing off to the side.
Yeah, little funny docking
Yeah.
things, your Continuum, and all these little. The Motorola one, you put your phone in back. It was really just. It was not a pretty concept. This is something you could really see. Oop, get that in there. You could really see yourself using this on the road. I mean, you don't really need a laptop. The phone's already cost you $700. If this thing were $300 to $400.
Yeah, they haven't talked about the price yet. Just
We haven't
because
talked about the price because it's just proof of concept, but I could really see this being something people want. You know, and if they actually stick to the same form factor, you buy the next Razer phone, you get the Qualcomm 845, you get the next generation chips, it gets faster, it gets better.
And I mean, since it's just USB-C, you theoretically could maybe use it with other phones.
Right, as long as, yeah, you could, if
It wouldn't
somebody's
fit
going to
right,
do that, maybe Apple could put a USB-C port in a phone. You could put an iPhone 11 in here, but, you know, who knows? I got to say, though, it's nice. This is just keyboards. Everything's very Razer. There's a lot of things that Razer just does that are just beautiful. And they pulled it off in Project Linda. And let's face it, there are some projects at CES Razer's talked about that never come out. This one I could see very much being a real product. So
Nice.
nicely
Awesome.
done.
Thanks, Gordon.
Yeah.